Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Joel, and this right here is a stable life. We've got a nice big empty horse stable, and I've got a lot to fill you guys in on. The weather has been insane. We had some of the worst weather I have experienced in my adult life. I am not exaggerating. That was some awful stuff. We had kept the horses in after you guys saw that video where we kept them in for the day. The following day, when the horses came in with their medium blankets on, they were cold. So we ended up keeping them in for that day, and the weather just got worse and worse. So much so that we ended up keeping the horses in all day Wednesday, all night Wednesday, into Thursday. Thursday, we finally were able to let them out, and I'm glad that we were because they were quite upset that they had stayed in for so long. I don't know exactly how much rain we had because I don't have our rain gauge set up, but I'm pretty confident it's in the neighborhood of 3 inches of rain and crazy wind. Good morning, honey. And it has rained here since Monday. So it rained Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday was actually random snow showers, and then here we are today on Saturday. Honestly, the pastures look pretty good considering. I'm pretty impressed. The horses are actually looking pretty good too, thanks to those medium blankets. In that circumstance, that was tough. If you're in a situation where you've got bad weather coming in, you want to keep those horses in because of just how nasty the weather is. You don't want them developing scratches or rain rot or anything of the sort. But you also have to try to balance things because they don't like staying in at all. But we didn't really have a choice there. They just had to stay in. I'm just glad we have a barn big enough that's able to hold 24 horses. Well, I should say 25 horses, but this stall's not used. Yeah, and that may be the very reason you clicked on this video. We've got a new horse coming today. This is our 25th horse. It's not ours, he is a client. We are a boarding facility, and if this is your first time watching the channel, welcome, happy to have you here. So yeah, this stall right here that was formerly known as Williams' stall is now being rented out to a new horse. And I'll tell you all about the new horse once they're here, and I can show you them. But that means that we are now 100% full, which is cool. Looks like Leia's already beat me to it. She's working on getting hay, or at least telling me I need to work on getting hay, which I do. I need to get the horses fed because the new horse is arriving in 2 hours, and I have to get things prepped and ready for said horse. And we're doing it on a cloudy, windy, 40-degree day. It was mean what spring did. And I'm sure more of you are experiencing it. If you're all over the Northeast or the Midwest, some of you guys got snow and crazy stuff. So it's been an eventful spring for all of us, I think. Wow. Just crazy how much hay you chew through when you're keeping the horses in. Buster, Rocky, hey guys, where are you at? Sounds like they're in the barn.
Hey Buster, hey Rocky. Hey, good morning, Rocky.
What's up?
Good morning, Buster. And yes, they are as fluffy as they look, if not even a little more. Oh, look at that. Your hands could just sink into that beautiful fluffy forehead, huh?
Oh, good boy, Rocky.
You guys ready for your grain?
I know you are. A little bit of hay got in there, but that's no biggie.
There you go, guys.
We've reached that beautiful time of day where we get to let in all the ponies and check and see how they're doing and get them into the barn. And the way we handle that is just by opening up a gate and they figure out the rest, mostly. There goes Honey. I'll grab Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, come on, girly. And it's interesting, Bella and Sarah are not together. Not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. It means they're getting more comfortable. Oh, and Honey went to the wrong stall. Honey, you got it? No. Come on, Honey. Come on, Honey. There you go. Good girl. There you go, Diego. Yeah. Oh, they're all doing so much better. I've addressed the halter thing in the past, but just in case we have a few that are here enjoying the video that haven't seen that, the reason they have halters on is because when they come in, they don't fully know their stalls yet. A few of them are pretty new to the stable, so that's why they have halters. They are breakaway halters, so in the event that they were to try to itch their head with the breakaway halter on, or if a horse was playing with them and it were to get caught on something, the top strap is leather and will break. So, there we go. And you may have seen that the only horses that have halters are Bella, Sarah, and Diego. Honey does not have a halter on. Honey figured it out pretty quick. Bella and Sarah usually come in together, and Sarah sometimes wanders, so that's why she has a halter. Bella has it down, which is pretty good. So I think we're almost at the point where Bella really doesn't need to have a halter on anymore. Then it'll be just Sarah and Diego. And honestly, what I saw today was pretty good. Granted, that was me leading them. It looks like the middle field herd came in nice and smooth though. Let's get on over to the big field. Ooh, it's windy out there. I have a feeling opening this door is gonna be like unleashing the gates. Hey, Suede. Spitfire. Danny, Declan, hopping out of the way. This herd pretty much knows their stuff, so I don't really gotta worry about leading anyone in this one. This has all the horses that have been in our stable for a while. Skywalker and I think that was Poncho just went in. There goes Weather, you can tell by the longer tail. Sriracha, front left white hoof, or I should say foot. There's Poe, there's Casino, he's pretty identifiable. Archer, Obi, that's my horse. Gavin, thoroughbred, look at those long tiny legs. And then you got these three. Can you tell which one's the Percheron, which one's the Belgian, and which one is the Hanoverian warm blood? I'll give you a hint. This one's the Belgian. I guess that was a pretty good hint. This one's the Hanoverian warm blood. And of course, this one is the Percheron. Look at those huge, meaty legs. Oh yeah, he's the truck. And all those horses came into the barn, and look at the results. Every single stall has a horse in it, except for this one. So that's gonna be changing today. I'm so excited. I also wanted to mention that one of our clients, specifically Suede's owner, came down and volunteered to sweep the aisleways for us, which was so nice. So, you know, Kirsten, hey, if you're watching, thank you. And guys, if we could give Kirsten some love down in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. If you look over on the mountain there, I can see that we got a storm and feeling the wind. The wind is blowing from the north going south. AKA that's coming towards us. So it might rain here in a bit. We're going to hop on the four-wheeler. We got to get on down there and check and see how the horse pastures look. Leia's probably going to be coming with us. I figured we had to put out some round bales today. Time will tell. We've gone through an enormous amount of hay. If you guys want to know a little bit of detail about how much hay we go through in a year, how much hay the horses eat, I have posted loads of videos all through the channel talking about that. All you have to do is just scroll through the videos and pretty much look for anything that has hay in the title, and it'll give you a lot of information about our personal hay use. Woo-wee! You know what, guys? I gotta be honest, I think this is pretty funny. We've had a 2x4 up on this structure for a while, and the 2x4 pretty much acts as the door. We just haven't built the door on this yet, and the horses have figured out how to get it off. They're pretty creative creatures. There we go. I'm actually pretty impressed. All that rain and this is it? That's your mud. That's awesome. Now our feeder looks like it just needs one bale in there to get us through to next time where we can feed more. So that's the middle field, and we don't have a giant pile of manure in the middle field. How awesome is that? Once the ground dries out in the next run, maybe when spring decides to show up, I'm gonna come through the pasture and I'm gonna yard rake the whole thing to kind of level it off. You know, future plans. It's getting nasty outside. Let's get over to the big field. Long barn. Well, one thing's for certain, the grass is loving all this rain, especially over there on the meadow. Just needs some sunlight, then we can really get things going. Oh, it is disgusting out here. Ow. At least the rain tastes good. Oh, there's actually a good amount of hay in that feeder. Not to mention there's a good amount of hay there. By good amount, okay, I take that back. There's not a good amount there. Let's check over here. Okay, there's a little bit here. There's not a lot in that one. Thinking 1 in the middle field, 2 in the big field ought to do us good, so 3 bales total. Now let me check and see our path here. It's pretty wet. I don't think this will work, but I'd be remiss if I didn't at least check the paths and see if maybe we can spread manure today. Needs to get done, you know. Came on down here to the pond. Looks pretty nice. Water's flowing actually pretty clean. Look at that, crystal clear water. Oh my goodness. I'd drink it if I knew that there wasn't already frogs and bacteria and all that other fun stuff in there. We got a branch, not where it's supposed to be. They're coming with me, brother. Over here. There you go, out of the way. Now we're talking. You know what, guys? I'm pretty impressed. It's actually not too bad out on the paths anyway. I should check the fields that we're going to be spreading in just to make sure. They're beyond that. And let me see here. What's our time? 10 o'clock. That gives me an hour till the new horse arrives. I don't know. Should I go check it out? I think we got time. I think we can do it. You're not going to believe this, but I parked the quad too close to the gate. There we go. You like that? Automatically opens. It's a pretty cool system. The way it works is whichever way the wind blows, the gate goes. Patent pending. Not really. This path looks pretty good. Pretty windy out here, but not a problem when you're in a cab. But right now I'm not in a cab. It's really windy out here. Oh my God. The wing looks so good though. Look at it. It's beautiful. Let's see how our manure is looking. Now these fields over here are no-till planted, so there's actually a lot of growth on top of them. You can see right here. And I'm actually fairly confident that I think the most that'll happen to this is that the top, like 2 inches of soil, will be just kind of fluffed up a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what we're planting here yet, but looking at our manure, you can see you got a nice thin blanket. This is all the middle field manure. My nose may be, you know, affected because I'm around horses so much, but to be honest, I don't smell anything. Wow, this ain't bad at all. I'm kind of impressed. I think we can spread today. Wow. It's been really windy, so I think that's probably working in our favor. We have this field and the field below it. We'll see. Most importantly is getting the new horse settled in, and so long as we don't have any problems with that, this will be what we do in the afternoon. It's kind of cool. It's kind of, that's kind of exciting. Excuse me. Let's get back to the stable. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Different kind of horse. Oh, that field looks good too. It's beautiful. I haven't seen that in so long. Everywhere else is dark and cloudy, except over there. But right here, it's beautiful. I miss the sun. Let's go! Now, just because I'm not exactly sure if we'll get to it or not, I'm gonna close this. Always remember to close your gate, or a mischievous Jack will take advantage of it. I guarantee it. I'll hold the gate. Can you guys close that chain for me? Good job, guys. I'll help you out. Not bad. Not bad. Good job. Give me a high five. Let's go. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't Champ just look absolutely dashing? In reality, doesn't he look like a fly? Just in case you want some background information on good old Champ here, he has a problem in his eye. Very sensitive to sunlight, and these little guys allow him to see. If you were to look through your screen door, it's kind of like the same thing, but it also has a UV protectant on it, so it's kind of like him wearing sunglasses. It doubles as a fly mask, but he doesn't really need to wear a fly mask because there's no flies out right now. Anyway, we're letting out the horses right now because I need to get the left run ready for the new horse. That's arriving in 40 minutes. Are you excited, Sriracha? He's excited. You see that? Champ was just waiting for someone to go in front of him. What a very polite horse. Archer is gonna bolt out the second I open this door, so I'm gonna wait until they get better half of down the aisleway there. There we go. Now we can let out Archer. What'd I tell you? I'm gonna go grab my special tool as well, as I'm letting out the horses. Some of them leave a little present for us, others don't. Depends on how they feel for the day. I am prepared. Right, Declan? Speaking of, we can let out George. There you go, George. Ooh, nice stretch. Yeah, there you go. See that one blue eye? Huh? It's windy. If you've ever been in a barn, you'll realize just how many sounds a barn can make when it's windy. Which actually makes me think of a funny thing. Comment down below any funny, windy barn stories that you have. Could be you getting something in your barn at night and the wind made some noises or whatever. But I want it to be funny, okay? Nothing like spooky or creepy, just funny. Looks like Sriracha's good. Nothing? I'm trying to think, do I have any funny stories that involve the stable? I do, actually. I have a lot. This one's kind of because of wind, too. It was absolutely crazy. Similar to today, except raining. And an owl had decided it was just too nasty outside. And so he decided to kind of come inside. And anyone who's seen an owl realizes that there are some huge owls out here. It was a big one. I'm not too familiar with birds, so I don't know exactly what species of owl it was. But it was right here on top of Archer's stall, right on the top. And I came in here and just seeing a giant bird staring at me scared the living daylights out of me. And he just chilled. He didn't do anything, which ended up becoming kind of a funny thing because everywhere I'd go, he'd go to the other side of the barn, but he never wanted to leave the barn. Well, there we go, guys. All the ponies are back out in the pastures. We swapped them, so we took the horses from the big field and moved them over to the middle field, horses from the middle field over to the big field. Some of them stay in their respective pastures. The middle field is continuously rotated out, but a few stay in the big field. We're now going to get the pasture ready. The new horse is going to be in the left run. As you guys know, Gavin is completely fine and good and back out, and he's been out of this pasture for about a week now. We're just gonna make sure that the stall down here is completely clean. Also gonna change out the water so that the new horse has a fresh water trough. I need to repair this hill. Diego did a number to it, so I gotta dump some rock and some dirt on top of this and then pack it. Woo-wee. I think I'm understanding why it's so dry. The wind is just howling today. Let's clean this up, shall we? Well, all right, all I needed to do was hay. But while we're out here, I thought we would look at the beautiful fluffy buster. The fluffy buster. And Rocky. There goes Bella and Sarah, heading out to go get some grass. Honey's over there sleeping with Diego. And look at this, guys. Looks like we got some horses actually out grazing. All we need is some sunshine, and the grass, I think, is really gonna start taking off. But that's awesome to see. All right, let's get that hay because the new horse is gonna be here in about 20 minutes. All righty, guys. Are you ready and excited to meet the new horse? I'm sure you are. The new horse is named Ava, and it's my understanding that it is a Polish pronunciation. So it is spelled E-U-A, but it's pronounced Ava. That gives you an idea for it. Here is her new stall. And yes, as you heard, it is a mare. So she is right between Diego and Honey, which is pretty nice. She already got moved in. You guys want to meet her? She is a beautiful mare. Oh my goodness. Come on, princess. I can tell you just from my own personal interactions with her that she is an absolute sweetheart. I think she's probably going to be up there with like Honey in regards to how nice and sweet she is. So she is a 15-year-old quarter horse. So here she is. Looks like she's saying hello to Samson. That's so nice. So yeah, I'm pretty excited because of the fact that it's a quarter horse. Quarter horses are kind of like my favorite breed of horse. And if you're interested in buying a horse, that would be the breed I recommend for most people, is a quarter horse. If you want an animal that's going to give you the least amount of problems, go for a quarter horse. If you want something special, you want something pretty, you're probably going to end up dealing with something as a side effect of that. But I think quarter horses are pretty. So Ava, look at her, she's already eating. Hello, hello. Look at her, she's so cute. Oh my goodness, aren't you adorable? Yeah. Oh, she's so cute. I love her. I love her already. She's doing good. The horses are all, you know, saying hello over the safety of the fence. We're not really having any issues though with any of that, which is nice. She was a little scared when she got here, understandably so. You know, she just left all of her friends, and you'd be sad too, right? But she's pretty excited now that she's seen other horses. She's realized she's not alone. Bella's right down there eating grass, and then Sarah and Honey and Diego are sleeping over here. And there she goes. So she's got fresh water, fresh hay. She also has access to the lower arena and the left run. She's being super kind and super good, so we thought we'd give her full reign and access to everything. But we're gonna give her a couple hours to kind of get warmed up and familiar with the place, during which I'm gonna get started spreading manure, and I need to get hay. We'll give her time to kind of get soaked in. But isn't that exciting, guys? That puts us up to 25 horses, and we are full. We have no room for no more horses. I remember a couple videos ago, you guys were talking about different animals that would be fun that would be here, and a lot of you said llamas. I was really surprised how many of you said llamas. But it makes sense. Llamas are kind of awesome, you know, I get that. I'm pretty excited. She's giving me honey feels. So I get the impression that she's going to be an absolute sweetheart. And in case you're curious, yes, we definitely do still have a waiting list, and it's just getting bigger every single day. More and more people are being added to it, and we're letting them know how many people are ahead of them, and they're like, nope, put my name down, please let me know. So good problems to have, I suppose. Well, it's a little cold, but What do you say we hop on the tractor and go get those round bales? I think I'm gonna need a bigger jacket and some gloves though to get started. Now today is the last day that we're gonna be getting our round bales from the top. There's only 3 round bales left up there, and I'm thinking only 2 of them we're gonna be able to use for horses. We'll find out. We're on our way there now, but that is gonna be it. That is the last of the round bales that we can use for the horses. They've got about 30 round bales that are clover they can use for their cows, but we won't be using any of that for our horses. So that now means that we're going back to using our second cutting hay that's been sitting and waiting for us over where we've been loading scrap metal, which is not bad. Getting those additional round bales gave us about an extra 5.5 weeks of hay that we didn't have to use for our round bales. Not to mention, as you can see, the grass is getting plenty of moisture. It just needs sunlight. Once it gets sunlight, it's really gonna start shooting up. So then we should start to see our round bale use and hay use in general go down. Lately, we've been going through about 7 to 8 round bales a week, which is actually pretty high. Having that come down a little bit, I'd be happy with it. Take one long look, guys, because this is the last time we'll be up here for a little while. Next time we'll be up here, we'll be making hay because this is a hay field and that's a hay field. That's cool to think about. Right over there, you can see our second cutting bales there towards the bottom. Those ones towards the top are for the veggie boys. Let's see what we got. I hope it's not just 3 bales that we can't use. That'd be something. That's pretty wet, but I don't see any mold. Yeah, there's no mold in there at all. Put that one on the outside. Now, oh man, don't tell me I just came up here for no reason, because this one, yeah, I don't even need to open this one to know this one's a cow bale. Well, that kind of figures. We only got 1 bale. Hey, it is what it is. We'll bring the others back so that they have access to it for their cows. This will be the last day we're doing this. From now on, it'll be regular horse hay. Well, let's grab them. Well, whew, that'll freeze you. Man, that got me cold. Okay. I'm back, Scoots. I'm back. I'm back. I know, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. So exciting. The other 2 bales we'll get from our second cutting. So what I'm gonna do now is, it looks like they used the tractor that's hooked up to the spreader for something. So we're gonna head on over. They parked it back here because they want it rehooked to the spreader, but it's unhooked and I see a chain hooked around it. So I'm assuming that they got something stuck and they needed the tractor to pull something out. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Oh, it's definitely way nicer in here compared to outside. I think Leia will enjoy riding in the 120 a little bit further. That's good right there. All right, let's fill her up. What are the odds that this battery has power? Probably minimal, but I'm gonna try. No harm in trying, right? See, we tried. And it's got nothing. Now I could hook this up to the 120's battery, but I'm so cold, I'm gonna crank the diesel using the hand pump. Honestly, I think that'll help me warm up. Oh, I'm getting beeped at from my wife. My loving wife brought me lunch. Looks like she's parking too. All right, we'll go back to filling this up and then it looks like we'll eat lunch. Oh yeah, this is how you generate body heat. My glove got caught in the handle. I want to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Are you loving the cold spring we're having?
No, not at all.
Yeah, we're pretty much ready for, like, you know, 60s, warmer weather, the blossoming flowers, you know. We'll get here at some point. It's nice, the tractor has USB ports, so I can actually charge my camera batteries in here. Okay, full on diesel, go hook up to the spreader. Well, that just felt too easy, didn't it? All right, let's make sure everything's working. Sweet, she's all hooked up and ready to go. Let's hit the road. It's kind of crazy to think about it, but we did such a good job cleaning off the pasture down here that I'm actually able to scoop up the manure on this top side. I can't go down below and scoop up the manure from down below. That is way too muddy down here. But up here, solid ground. We'll clean up what we can today. Well, I don't know, I'm not even putting a number on how many loads we're gonna do, but it's something. We'll work on it. I just gotta walk back up and get my tractor. We'll see how it goes. The aim for today is to make no ruts, nothing like that. From what I saw on the paths and everything like that, we shouldn't. And the manure spreader has high flotation tires, so it should just float over the field, meaning that we shouldn't do any damage and we can get a head start on getting manure out. That'd be great. Now this is heavy wet material, not to mention it's sloppy out. I'm not going to load the spreader as full as I would if the ground was dry. It sounds like a common sense thing, but trust me, when you start going, it's really easy to accidentally overfill a spreader, especially when the material's this heavy. I think we'll do level full at best. This is heavy. I don't know, can you see the camera rocking? My back left tire is coming up off the ground. That's how heavy this is. Should feel it go back to center. There you go. And for all the tractor guys out there, yes, I have my back tires loaded. And yes, there's even extra weight. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a round bale hooked onto the back spear though. There's a lot of moisture trapped in this. Another benefit of getting it spread. Take just a few on the back. This will be our first test load. This way we'll find out if the ground's actually as good as I thought it was. If not, then we'll have just spread one load and we'll got to drive a tractor a little bit. No real downside there. I think that'll be good for now. Some heavy stuff, so we'll see how this does first and we'll go from there. It's almost like I want to put some gravel out there on the path going between the tractor and this one. I don't want to get any mud in the cab. The only downside to having brand new equipment. And if you don't know, this is not my tractor. Boy, we'd be a pretty crazy horse stable if we could afford equipment like this. When I did the first video doing manure and I put the camera here, I wasn't sure how good the footage would turn out. And I didn't realize that not only can you guys see everything going on in the cab here, but you can actually see what's going on behind me in the spreader too. So I'm like, man, that's awesome. When we're leaving, we go through a hollow in the manure spreader. So we actually go down a pretty steep hill, and this is our first challenge. With it being wet and muddy, and you have a lot of weight behind you, if the tractor starts to slide one way or the other, which I'm going down it right now, you could pinch right in the center, and if it gets really bad, it could actually push the tractor down the hill, flip the tractor, but it doesn't look like it's doing any of that. This is a very heavy tractor. Interesting to note, the 120 that I'm running right now is actually maxed out on weight. It's fully loaded. All the tires are filled. It has weight added. The max weight that New Holland allows you to put on it is what's on this tractor, because they wanted this tractor to be a nice heavy workhorse for the farm. So that's working in my favor, because after we go down that hill, we then have to crawl up a hill on the other side. And I'm not seeing any digging or... Good, yeah, all right. Because I didn't want to make ruts. So no ruts, no digging, none of that. Awesome. All right, we'll see how things are at the field. All right, so looking down at our trail, let's see, we're not making any ruts or anything. Just another awesome reason for why you should be working on getting no-till put in. So we're heading to the back side of the field, because as you guys can see, this side, this half of the field has gotten spread pretty good. But I run out because it's such a long field, about 3/4 of the way through. So we're gonna work on spreading back here on this back half. It's actually a little bit more challenging to see after it's rained, because it's already kind of pushed the manure into the ground a little bit, but I think I see my line here. Lift our gate, fire up our PTO, there it goes. I spread it at about 5:30, that way there's room for error or anything like that. Sometimes with wet manure, it clumps a little bit more, and you don't want it to really be clumping when you're spreading. I'm actually impressed how good this is doing at taking that, because that's wet manure. That is solid wet manure. It's a good feeling, you know, you're rejuvenating the soil, adding some nice, good, rich, and not to mention there's loads of insects in this. There's worms galore, and worms are so good for aerating your soil. This field is going to turn out good. It's cool how the whole earth works, isn't it? When you think about it, take a waste product created from an animal, spread it out, turns that right back into food that you can then feed the animal and continue the process going. All I'm doing is just guiding the process. Wow, look how good that did. You can see the fresher stuff. Just like a nice clean powder right across the ground. I'll tell you what, these New Holland spreaders are good. I had a couple of comments. Trust me when I say that I lower that back gate for rocks. I many times have had rocks in the soil, in the manure, get grabbed and those beaters whip it at the cab, and it's a loud bang, and I'm always surprised that the glass isn't shattered, because all it takes, that rock is moving. And I found lowering this lift gate, I don't have rocks coming flying back at me. It's an immediate notice that I get. So yeah, if you're doing this on an open cab tractor and you have a lift gate, make sure you use it. Otherwise, you can have one of those rocks hit you in the head, and you don't even want to think about that. The speed those things are moving at, oof, you don't want that. First load was a success, guys. I think we're good to continue on. Shall we cue the spreading montage? I think we shall. Well, that's a full load. It's also 250, which means I need to go get started feeding horses, and we'll be feeding Ava. Woohoo! You excited? I'm excited. Let's head on back to the stable. We're gonna leave this sit here. We'll spread this afterwards. Unlike previous times where we were trying to race the rain, the longer we wait, the drier things get. So it's actually a better thing for us to wait. So yeah, the part that we can spread is up here, all along this top part of the pile, and then down there is where I can't. So I can really only get this top piece right here, which we're gonna try to get all done today. But I need to take hay out this afternoon, which means we gotta take this tractor back, which is nice, because that means I don't gotta walk, and I get to drive my tractor. That's always nice. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need to correct the spelling here. E-U-A, which is so unique. You know, that's a first for me, but that's cool. So what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 horses on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what I think we're gonna do is we're going to use this side, that one there, because these little gray buckets here, they stick to these white buckets, whereas in here, it's like no issue at all. And they don't make the white ones anymore, so it's all just gray ones. So we're gonna add one bucket to this group, and this group will become that. Now, that may be undone by my mom or by Gavin. I don't know, but that's just how my mind approaches it and how I do it. But anyway, shiny new bucket for a shiny new horse. So exciting. So in case you were curious what we do when we get a new horse, we talked with the owner already, and we kind of work out a feeding plan. So she is on Purina Strategy. So she's gonna be on the same grain that Wade is on, Danny is on, and Tucker is on. And in case you're curious, the buckets we're using, well, I think they're supposed to be like paint mix buckets is what they're supposed to be used, but they're, you know, they're designed for volume. There's nothing wrong with them. And we don't use them for paint, but they work out really good for this. So if you want to implement a similar design into your horse stable, head to the local hardware store and just grab some of those paint buckets that you can use for mixing paint and moving things. I believe that's what they are. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident they're paint buckets. Here you go. This one is IPL. It's 5 quarts, made in USA, all the good stuff. I'll leave this one aside so Ava actually gets the new bucket. So exciting. Well, there you go, guys. 25 horses and 2 donkeys. That's what it looks like when all the grain's measured out. That's just crazy. All right, let's go and grab Ava and grab her and get her in the barn, and then we can pretty much let the rest of the horses in as planned. Ava, wanna come on in and get some food? A lot of the horses are out grazing. That's so good to see. Yeah, hey, Ava. Got that distinct quarter horse look to her. I love it. What's up, girl? Come on. Yeah, good girl. Oh yeah, no, she has manners. This is nice. I have a feeling that you and I are gonna be good friends, Ava. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Yeah, and straight in. Easy does it. There you go. All right, you ready to meet all your friends? Similar to last time when the Mare showed up, I put the camera so you guys can see the horse's reaction to the new horse. So we're gonna do the same thing with Ava here. Well, Petey showed up, so Argento's the only one that hasn't come in yet, and Petey went down to go get him. I think Petey is more than capable of taking care of Argento. We're gonna head in here, and we are going to take care of Ava and put her medium on. Hey girl, hey cutie. So let's see, can we do the over the head blanket thing with you? I don't know, let's see. Hey Ava. Oh, you're a good girl. Wow, you're a good girl. Looks like all the straps are hooked. Since this is a brand new blanket, we are gonna have to adjust it to her body. Looks like she's still working on eating dinner. You look beautiful in that though, huh? Are we moving around now? Oh my goodness, it's like perfectly just standard fit is pretty much great for her. So that's cool on the belly straps. Now let's see here. She seems like a good horse and wouldn't be a problem with this. And it appears she is. Well, that was easy. Pretty much standard fit for her. Let's check the front. I think the front could be tightened up a little bit. But yeah, there we go. 25 horses in the barn. That's pretty awesome. Happy about that. It's kind of nice. I got Petey helping me out. So now we're going to be grabbing some second cutting hay. And this is what we got left over here, which is kind of crazy to think about. Let me check my total here, but I think it's 38. Oh, 44. Even better. So we've got 44 left. After today, of course, that'll be 42 because we're gonna take 2. And Petey's helping us out. Why don't we go help him out? He's doing a good job. Always good to have Petey helping. Well, fast forward and all the horses are turned out, including Ava. She did really good. She's now out in the left run. We're gonna leave her having access to the lower arena as well. With all of that taken care of, we're gonna go and get back to spreading manure. Look how good she looks though in that new blanket. Looking sharp, Ava. How did she get a strap unhooked already? I gotta go back out there. It's okay, it's okay. Close, we were close. Well guys, today has been a pretty successful day. Honestly, things have been way better than I expected, especially considering all the rain that we had. We are, I would say, exactly halfway with the field right now. So that's pretty exciting. And I would say that we're probably close to 40%, I'd say, done with that pile. So I've got 60% to go, give or take. We're on the last load of the day. As you guys know, the horses are spread. And I just thought that horses are fed, not spread. And I just thought that I would take advantage of this opportunity.
Beautiful day today.
Oh my goodness, isn't it? Finally something nice after all of the nonsense that we've had. But I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity so you guys can talk to Pete. I'm gonna ask him some of the questions you guys have been asking me. So I hope you're ready for this, Pete. Here we go. So first off, Pete, what do you do with your free time?
When I have free time, I like to spend it hanging out with Joel.
Case in point, he's here right now.
But on nicer days, I also work on some of my own equipment as well as doing work around the house, getting ready for summertime because it's fall, we still have a lot to clean up.
True. Okay. Nice. You have a deep love for farm equipment and farming. What made that start?
To be honest, I don't know. I was kind of born with it. My father actually had a love for farm equipment, for antique equipment, and he kind of passed that down to me. And I don't know.
Just kind of took it up for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Would you say farming's in your blood?
Absolutely.
Do you own a tractor for yourself?
Yes, I do.
Really? Tell us what you have.
I have a 1945 Farm OM that I use regularly, and I have some others that are not in running condition.
Oh, so you have multiple tractors?
Yes.
How many do you have?
I don't know for sure.
How do you not know how many tractors you have?
A lot of them are given to me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My dad picked them up.
Let me ask you this. How many tractors do you have that run?
Me personally that I own?
Yeah.
I own one that runs.
One that runs. Okay. All right. Nice. Now, do you want to become a farmer? Is that like what you want to be?
Yeah. I love farming. I love every bit about it. It's what I turn
Does your grandfather have a farm?
He used to back in the early 70s. Some hard times came across the family and the bank took it over. So all we really have left is a couple of the buildings and some of the acres, not many.
You know, that happened to a lot, and I see a lot of people in our comment section. A lot of you watching right now has had that experience as well. So you're in good company there. And it's moments like that where I kind of feel really that it's a privilege and an honor that we have a family farm that we do, that is still in operation. It did go through hard times. We almost lost the farm, but multiple times. But, you know, we hung on there, and every single time. I'll leave that for Brian to talk about. He can give it way more emotion and passion than I ever could, but it's a good story. You're able to come and hang out with us and help us on the farm, and I'm sure for you enjoy it just as much.
I absolutely love it. I miss coming here every day and hanging out with everyone. And they're so nice. They're so friendly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's good to hear. It really is. And we appreciate your help too. You know, you usually are the one doing some of the jobs that no one else wants to do. So, my mind kind of goes back to when we were changing out the mixer blades.
Yeah.
About that feed mixer.
And I was more than happy to do that. So it's things like that I don't mind doing. I just love being helped.
You just love being helped.
Being a help.
Being a help. Ah, nice.
I love helping.
You love helping. Okay. Well, awesome, Pete. Thank you. Everyone who watches the video loves you so much. They can all tell that you're a kind soul. So, thank you for the help. And thank you for helping me today. It was good. Keeping me company while we were spreading manure. Helped me feed horses. You guys didn't see that part too much because you were with me feeding this morning, but that was nice. Now, Pete's actually going to drive my tractor home, so I don't have to walk and he doesn't have to walk, which is good because his car is back at the farm. So is my truck. So, he's going to drive my tractor. What do you think of my tractor?
I like it. It's a good tractor. It's a good workhorse. I really don't have any complaints about it.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I love my tractor, but you guys know that. Just look how pretty it is. Look at it. It's beautiful. Even covered in mud, it's beautiful. Alrighty, Pete. You got that?
Yep.
We'll see you back at the farm.
We'll see you there, Joe.
You know, that being said, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. You know, you guys show so much love in the comment section for everybody. The amount of love that you guys show for Gavin, for my mom, for Peter, for myself. You guys are awesome, and you genuinely are what makes this channel so great. So thank you. If you think that I haven't read your comment, think again. Chances are high that I actually have seen it. Just because you haven't seen an interaction from it doesn't mean that I didn't read it. So thank you to everybody who's been so supportive, so kind. I can't believe we're on year 3 of doing this channel already, and a lot of you have been with me from the start. So thank you guys. You're awesome. Hell, if Pete was with me, we'd do an outro, but he's not. So I guess we'll do an outro once Pete's with me back at the stable. So we'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't,
Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
and as always, we'll see you in the next one.